When I first came into Comp 2, I was not prepared. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I thought it was just going to be more writing assignments and research papers and that kind of stuff. I took Comp 1 about 4 hours away at a community college, so I was never introduced into discourse communities. I had no idea what they were. So when I read the syllabus for Comp 2 at UCF, and all I saw was discourse community this, discourse community that, I got a little nervous. Writing has always been one of my stronger subjects, but not for this. The goals that I had for this class were, of course, to know what a discourse community was and the purpose of them, to improve my research skills, to get an A, of course, and also to improve my skills on designing my Google site. I am extremely happy to say that I achieved every single one of those goals. Choosing my discourse community for the semester is also a struggle. When my professor said that we all needed to pick one, I instantly just Googled discourse communities. I didn't realize that we actually had to have an interest in them. So I chose the community Serious Eats. I've always been interested in cooking and baking and just being creative with food, so this was perfect. Serious Eats is a website where users can post food blogs about pretty much anything they want. It can range from how to make the perfect hamburger, to how to fit all of the cooking tools that you'll ever need into one small box. Members can provide feedback to the post, whether it's just giving more ideas about it to improve it or criticizing their work. One of the obstacles that I ran into were not having enough secondary sources for all of my tasks. The library definitely helped the most, whether it was using OneSearch or using the actual librarians or interlibrary loan. All of them just helped tremendously, and I don't know what I would have done without them. Talking to my professor was very beneficial, whether it was through meeting with her or emails or just talking to her in class. There's no better way to ask for help than to talk directly to your professor because she is the one grading your papers, so she knows exactly what she wants. Feedback from my peers and from my professor also made a big impact on my task assignments. Without their feedback, I would not have been able to improve my papers. Them criticizing my work didn't necessarily mean that it was bad, but there was room for improvement. I love the peer reviews of my peers because they understood a lot that I didn't and vice versa. In the concept of discourse community, John Swales talks about the characteristics that make a discourse community. That text not only helped me understand what one was, but it also helped me analyze Serious Eats and look deeper into the members' communication. The Pensato piece inspired me to add headings and subheadings and just change the overall format of my tasks. Multiple drafts, 3 tasks, and about 3 months later, I finally came up with my overall research question. Using my recent tasks, sources, and feedback, it led me to the question of why do detailed food blogs have a greater effect on individuals than traditional cookbooks? Also, after all of that time, I finally got to the point where I wanted to be on my Google sites. At first, I just started out with a big block of information, and I didn't really care what the appearance looked like. But then I started to realize that it had a big effect on the reader because nobody likes to read just a huge paragraph. So I added pictures, I added examples, I bolded my text, and so on. Overall, I learned a lot in composition too. Thanks to peer reviews, feedback, my professor, the library, and so much more, I am extremely happy with where I stand in my writing abilities. I conquered my fear of defining a discourse community, I achieved all of my goals, and I overcame all of my obstacles.